Wase, my beautiful people, this is your boy Stefan, your Afro-Grenadian ambassador. I welcome you all back to my channel. To all my subscribers, viewers, channel members, thank you all very much for your love and your continued support. And also, don't forget to watch all the ads that are placed on my videos. I greatly appreciate it. Well, in today's video, my friends, we will be listening to one of the most powerful, effective, influential Pan-Africanist, who is Julius Malema, speaking about the unity of Africa. One Africa, that Africa has to become one in order for Africa to break free from the chains of bondage. But he said there is, first of all, one thing that we must do for that to happen. So let's listen to Julius Malema, and then we will continue to talk about all that he's saying. And let me know what are your thoughts and your comment in the comment section below, guys. I really do appreciate your feedback. So thank you very much. So let's take a listen to what he has to say.
That the original thought of the AU as OAU, it was to establish, the founding fathers wanted to establish a solid government, and they got defeated in that discussion. But the intention has always been to create a solid government from its inception, that we should come together and be one.
Yeah.
And something came out of it, and it never went back to what it was supposed to be, a government, a united government of Africa. And that's what we'll advocate for ourselves as the EFF.
Yep.
Africa Free Trade is a movement in the right direction. But the first thing we need to do, which the AU must firmly resolve, is to do away with the visa.
Yep.
For Africans.
Yep.
There should not be a visa for Africans. The same way the Europeans have one visa, they travel everywhere, they are one thing. What they have, they don't want us to have it.
And that is so true, guys. You know, one thing I love about Julius Malema, when he speaks, he captivates your attention. And it is amazing sometimes, it amazes me sometimes, that Europe and all the other developed nations, they have one visa. They can go anywhere, any place they want. But Africans cannot do that. You know, Africans are with borders. They have the Ghanaians need visas to go see South Africans, if I'm correct. You know, and South Africans need visas if they have to go see Nigerians. You know, and it's basically ridiculous to me. You know, it does not make sense, because Africa is not for me, Africa is not a continent. Africa is a country. You know, that is my opinion. And it amazes me that you need visas to go see your own brothers and sisters. You know, isn't that something that to ponder upon? And Julius Malema is saying it here, is that these people can have it, but Africans cannot have it. So let's listen to more what he has to say.
There shouldn't be a visa in Africa. Free movement of people should be allowed. And there's no one who's going to leave Nigeria to come and settle here. It's not true, that thing. It's a myth. I mean, I come from a province called Limpopo. We don't need visa to go to Johannesburg. But people are still there in Limpopo. They've not left Limpopo to Johannesburg. So doing away with visa doesn't mean automatically people are going to leave their homes to where the economy is prospering. It's not true. Johannesburg, Gauteng is doing much better than Limpopo. But the people are not leaving Limpopo to Gauteng.
And that is so true, guys. You know, this whole visa system thing, especially those countries, developed nations who impose visas upon developing countries, you know, like the Caribbean, Africa, and those places that they call third world countries. It is a lie. It's a myth. You know, some of them, the visa system is something just to discourage us from traveling and expanding ourselves, developing ourselves. Because visas are only, they make us believe that we are putting visas on our land because it's a land of opportunity and we want to lessen down on the traffic. We don't want people coming and, take our jobs and stuff. And that's not true. Most people that does that wants to travel is not to go live in other people's country, but it's just to travel, to visit, to do things, to they want to meet new people, see new places, and go back to their home, and that is so true what Julius Malema is saying. They make us believe that, when they put visa is that their country is better than ours and we would come and leave our country and never come back. But that's not true.
So why would people leave Lagos to here? For what? It's their home. They will come here, look for what they are looking for, and take it back where they come from. Will go to Lagos to do the same and come back home. We have a problem here of unemployment of South Africans who are told by the previous apartheid mentality and colonialism, brainwashed, that South Africa is superior, is better. They've got the best qualifications. They never go out of the country to go and look for jobs in other countries. Why? Why are they not going all out of Africa? We have nurses, we've got, now we're told doctors, we now have teachers, we have this. Africa is in need of that skill. You going to work anywhere in Africa, in Ghana, it doesn't mean you left your home. It's the same as me leaving Limpopo to come here. When the time permits, I go back home. So what is the problem? Let's go. They need to go. The continent, it's our home. We must all go there and become one thing. Once we do away with the visa, we are going to know each other. The reason why we are scared is because we don't know each other. We know each other through the lenses of our enemies.
And that is so true, guys. That is so true. The whole purpose why they divided us up is because they don't want us to become one. Because as soon as they know that we become one, it's game over for them. It's game over, because it baffles me. All the other continents are one, but Africa is not. Is divided. Why? Why these people do not want Africans? And those of us in the diaspora, who are away from from Africa, don't want to become one. It's because they know it's game over for them. So I think our leaders, our African leaders, this is the first step. I'm sharing this because I believe when we talk about unity, we talk about Africa becoming one. And I would love to see that. And I believe it will happen, sooner rather than later. But we want it to happen soon. We want it to happen in a short space of time because, things are getting tough and we need to come together. And the first step that we must take is doing away with the visas. I would like to see, that, Nigerians don't need visas to go see South Africans. Kenyans don't need visas to go see, their neighbors, to the west. And those Africans to the south don't need visas to go see their neighbors, to the north. So it's really, guys, that Julius Malema is speaking real facts.
We don't know each other. So we must first know each other if we're going to build the government of Africa. So it's important that we engage in this thing. Free movement of people and goods, it will help us appreciate the existence of each other and bring us more closer for the unity of this continent. African Union is it's a meeting of friends who don't even call each other to order. They can meet with a dictator who has just, killed his own people and then meet for the whole week and not even mention it. So we can't allow the African Union to continue to work the way it is working.
That is so true, guys, because we have the African Union, but really and truly, the question is the African Union working in the best interest of Africans? Because most times when you see those members, from the African Union body, when they go have meetings with the developed nations, is a busload of them going to see one person, and it's really sad. It's really sad that the next step, as Julius Malema is saying, the next thing we need to do, is to reform the African Union body and get it to work in the interest of Africans without the influence and the dictatorship of the West.
We're talking here about Sadc. We have a problem here in Zimbabwe. These members of Sadc don't call the government of Zimbabwe to order because it's a group of brothers. That government is violating people there. It has just passed a law of gatherings and speeches and all of that. If they don't like you, you're having a political rally, they just send soldiers, they shoot at you and all of. No one in Sadc has raised his voice to say, but what is this?
Yep.
So we cannot have these regional bodies and the continental body, including Pan-African Parliament, by the way.
True. That's true.
Which are not biting on countries that are engaged in wrong activities.
Yeah.
What is wrong with President Ramaphosa calling President Mnangagwa to order? It will be coming from a good place. They are all brothers, they are all Africans, they all speak, we assume, for the interest of Africans.
Yes.
So we can't have a situation where we've got regional bodies, continental bodies that become a meeting of elite without concrete solutions to the problems confronting the people of Africa.
True.
We have a problem in Mozambique. The problem is solved by sending soldiers. Where have you ever seen soldiers solving a problem?
Yeah.
Soldiers don't solve a problem. The leadership must meet and discuss and come up with a binding decision.
Yep. That's so true.
That's why we say we need one legislature, one military, one currency, one president, so that we know when we go into Mozambique, it's not an interference, it's us.
Yes.
Providing a solution to our own problems.
That's true.
So we are not happy with how these things are structured.
Guys, I will have to end it here. I wish I could have go on with Julius Malema's speech, but because of time, I have to end it here. But he have said it rightly. Whenever we as Africans have problems, the first thing we do, we solve it with force. We solve it with violence. We send, troops to our brothers, and solve and try to solve the problem. Look what is going on in Haiti. It's the same thing that is going on in Haiti. Haiti is already a fragile, the situation there is already fragile. And look what they did. They get another brother to take their soldiers and go to another brother's place to make what? To make the situation worse, because you can never bring peace. You can never bring solution to a situation that is already fragile. When you apply force, you will only cause more damage. It takes talk. It takes diplomacy. I would have loved to see Kenya president sitting down with, the relevant authorities of Haiti and say, look, let's discuss this. Let's talk it through. Or the Kenyan president sitting down with barbecue in that matter, right? Barbecue in that matter, and saying, look, let's. The UN is pushing for this, but let's talk like brothers. I would have loved to see Ruto, and his regime did that, but it's sad to say we allow ourselves to be blindfolded by colonization. And because we don't know each other, because borders have divided us, we settle for that. We don't make the effort to get to know our family, our lost family, our far cousins in a foreign land. Because we are all one people that was brought in foreign land. And that is so true. Guys, take care. God bless you. Let me know what are your thoughts in the comment section below. Take care until next time.